And this will be maybe one of the first times that I've casted Team Unique or Gentleman.
Yeah, some player names you probably recognize. Vanscore, former Navi player.
Yeah, Chu,
yep. And of course 633 BZZ of
the man himself.
Pugna Infamy.
Man
Playing
himself.
the offlane role typically for this team. Going for a slightly unconventional build. The Bassi first. Pengo, who needs regen? I imagine we'll see his support down there with a headdress, maybe pulling over some Tengos. We'll see how that works. It looks like Snapfire is going to be securing his lane. I assume Snapfire is going bottom with the headdress. That's probably the plan. Otherwise, you're looking at what, a double Bassi lane?
Yeah.
So that's not the play.
BZZ is like my favorite player, just because he's just so famous for like such weird reasons.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, why is this guy famous? Oh, he had a Pugna set that probably made him actually like a fair amount of money because of how big the meme was. I hope he made like royalties wise like millions.
It's the biggest, like one of the biggest sets on the market, the most common sets on the market. That's the thing. It wasn't so much that everyone was going and buying it; it was that everyone was getting it for free and drops. I'm pretty sure because you get those free end of games drops, and I think it was just became the most common of them.
There's some guy out there with like 100,000 BZZ Pugna items.
I think you can get them on the market for probably like 3 or 4 cents.
Buy now, guys. If he ever becomes a really popular player, those are going up in value. They're tripling.
Yep.
The stocks are going back up finally. This is what we needed to get out of this recession. Just buy BZZ Pugna sets.
Yeah, we all got to go spend more money, inject it back into the economy, the Dota 2 economy. Battle Pass might be coming soon, Will. I'm hyped for that one, as always. You know,
yeah, man, esports keeps trucking.
Yeah, we didn't. Being stuck inside just means more time to play Dota, more time to get those cosmetics.
Yeah. Something I meant to talk to you about, by the way, you looked it up yourself, but all the games so far that we've seen have ended really quickly in Europe. Just fast game after fast game. Feels like whoever gets any sort of laning phase lead sort of just snowballs that into a win. Any idea why you think why, or any thoughts?
I mean, I would say perhaps the patch. I don't have... I mean, it's different to what we saw because I feel like the other regions, like Southeast Asian stuff, we saw a lot more 30, 40-minute games. Maybe NA we thought would be a lot more snowbally, but... my assumption would also be that these teams know they're going to play a lot of round-robin games. So games that are starting to go out of control, they're just happy to GG and be like, well, we got a lot more group games.
Yeah. We saw that in the Bait series yesterday where whoever they played against GG'd out in like 18 minutes or something.
Cyber Legacy.
Yeah, Cyber Legacy.
Yeah.
The game was just pretty one-sided, and then they're just like, I'll see you. And
oh, he's going for this kill.
Oh.
Well, not going to go for the last quill. That could have... Yeah, he had the 10 stick charges, so if he starts tanking tower shots and gets baited by the stick charges, that would have gone bad for him. But once again, Bristol under this tower really trying to pressure this Ember Spirit, who is going to have his Observer Ward dewarded immediately by Unique's mid laner. 19 teen, not a player I'm at all familiar with before this tournament.
He's pretty new. In fact, his first team was last year, 2019.
Okay.
So only been playing professional Dota for, in fact, less than a year.
Is he 19?
Yes.
I see you on his Liquipedia.
He is exactly 19.
All right. What happens when he turns 20?
20.
Does he have to change? 20, not teen. He's no longer a teen, though.
No, you keep calling. He's a teen until he's 21. You know.
Is 20 a teenager? Well, you're saying 20 is a teenager. Well, we need to have this discussion. This is
20. I mean, I think I wasn't really an adult until I was like 30, honestly. Yeah. And I'm not 30 yet, so.
Okay.
I'm pretty much a kid. I still do video games for a living, man.
That's true. We're all still kids, yeah.
Oh, now it goes back the other way. But I love seeing an influx of new talent. That's my favorite thing about Dota, is there will eventually be some guy that you don't expect, and everyone's calling shit, like Thompson. Everyone's like, oh, Thompson? like, or Anna, you know, or Miracles and GHs and stuff like that. But, you know, this is what, somebody always comes along.
Especially in these regions like CIS, South America, Southeast Asia, because so many of the young people are playing Dota. I think there are some regions, maybe like America, where, you know, young people are playing other games.
Yeah, I mean, Luki is our hot talent.
Yep. That says something.
Why are you flaming Lucas, huh?
Flaming NA, you know?
I love
We're
Lucas.
in Europe CIS. I think the viewers have my back here, that they know who the superior region is. North America, not even awake. We can trash talk them all we like, Will.
Grant's here. He'll throw hands with you.
I'm not going near those heads. I saw Grant scaring people in the panel yesterday.
Yeah, dude. He's a scary guy.
Yeah. No, this is But yeah, I think naturally, yeah, some of these regions, yeah, there's just so many more people playing Dota, and you're going to get a lot of new, fresh talent coming in. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. This game so far, quiet laning phase start. Haven't really seen too much yet. It looks like everybody is doing okay. The Ricky is probably a little bit lower than he should be.
Yeah. Where's first blood happening? Place your bets.
Thinking. I don't even know if the Centaur dies anymore. I feel like this Batrider's not really getting value.
Yeah.
Sort of feel like choose job this game is kind of hard. Like I don't really know how he lanes against both Rubik and Centaur.
Yep.
And Ricky doesn't really like laning against Centaur either. If anything, I think Pasha might pick up a first blood or something on Chu.
I could see that. Could be mid lane with an overplay, but that's at least not something you'd want to bet on. And then down bottom, Coddle, Slark. They're not probably getting any kills unless Snapfire gets really out of position. There could be yeah, let's say this lane, the Snapfire Pengo has some more kill potential, especially if BZZ gets that Javelin out. That's when his damage really starts to amp up. And yeah, he's already got that. So this support Coddle, especially, even the Slark, have to be very careful. 2 points in Lucky Shot early on, so could see Team Unique getting it up down here. But
yeah.
Both teams have a pretty strong offlane right now, and the carries are having a rougher time. The Slark and the Ricky unable to really contest their lanes.
Nice micro. He kept his illusion from when he stole it from the That's a value illusion rune. He denies the rune from the Bristleback, forces 19 to not get another bottle refill charge, and then also gets rid of the bounty rune.
Yeah.
So he got a 2-for-1 special there.
This is where 19 is wishing his supports were giving up first blood so they could TP mid to refill his bottle. He's like, guys, anyone dying anytime soon?
Look at that. Magical has a bottled rune himself. I will say the one thing about playing with Coddle is a lot of people ask, like, oh, what's wrong with Coddle? Like, he has such a good ulti. Like, surely he should be a top-tier pick. But I think the problem with that hero is that laning-wise, he does almost nothing. Like, he's just such a passive laner. Like, your best offensive ability is really your chakra.
But now that you've survived the laning stage and Slark's getting decent farm, are you happy about the pick being in the game?
Kind of. I think it is a very good Coddle game. I feel like the ulti has a lot of value in this game. Because there's a lot of things... Like, Coddle ulti looks really broken when you have heroes that can just run in and you can play very aggressively. And you create this, like, backline. Like, you throw it behind them as your team runs in. And they have Stampede, they have Slark, they have Ember. They have very good cores at just kind of running in and fighting alongside it.
Yep.
And if you can get value out of the 5 Coddle pick and you don't completely get stomped in the lanes, then the hero is, like, excellent.
Well, very slow laning stage as far as both teams. All 6 cores getting their farm, all of them between 32 and 36 CS. Less than a 1k gold advantage. Nobody pulling ahead whatsoever. There is a haste rune in Ember's bottle, so potential for a play with that. But even with a haste rune, he's still sitting mid. Maybe asking his teammates, like, can I TP anywhere? Centaur has level 6. They've got Stampede as well, so it does feel like you could potentially make plays to get a kill, but at the same time, Na'Vi just seem happy to keep farming their lanes.
Yeah, I need to see some
Bristles
kills happen.
It looks like he's trying to farm some jungle stacks and Embers onto this, but...
He's actually higher level than the Ember.
Okay.
By quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
He's almost a full level ahead right now.
There's the Stampede. They found the support kill. The first blood is going to be on Chu.
I told you. I didn't know it would happen like this, to be honest, but...
An Ember haste rune plus a Stampede.
I did think that it was going to be at Chu at top. I mean, he's probably the easiest target in the game to kill.
It was going to be... in my mind, it was him or Coddle. Like, Coddle was the other. I was like...
Dude, Coddle can't die.
You're right.
He lives forever. He's like in the lore or whatever, he's like an immortal being, essentially.
He's made it to, like, 60, 70 years old already, so...
He's much older than that, for sure. He's been there since, like, light was invented.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think, anyways. I haven't actually seen the lore on him.
I never got why people who are eternal beings, like, can look either like they're 70 years old or 20-year-old. Like, you know, think elves in Lord of the Rings. Some of them are like, you know, they're 200 years old and they look young. But then there's the ones that look like their grandpas.
There's not a lot of consistency in the fantasy scene.
If you're immortal, it's like, how does your appearance age if you're immortal?
Again, I just don't think there's... I think you're asking a lot of questions that people don't want answered. Now that you're asking me that, now you're starting to ruin some stuff for me. It's like Pyrian asked me, you know in lightsaber duels,
Yeah.
if you can turn them on, like, you know those like moments where you're like zoom and like
Oh, they
both
hit-
guys are fighting. Why not just turn it off and on?
Wow, that is actually next level.
Yeah, you'd win every fight.
Because they insta go off and on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you would just duck while you did that, and you'd kill it. Like you'd
Yeah.
win every lightsaber fight.
So yeah, you go through his, turn it back on, and then
yeah,
just cut him in half.
exactly. Win every
Alright.
time. Ever since
I'm on
Period
board.
told me that, I could not. It actually ruined Star Wars as a
Yep.
universe for me.
Huh.
But yeah, Keeper of the Light is a fundamental, a force of the universe created when Elder Titan cause divided the world during the schism. Oh,
Okay.
19? Is he dead?
It's going to be close. He's stampeding forward. He's turning his back, trying to block all his damage. He's got the Penguin to back him up. The last Slider Fist will finish him off. But what's the price they're going to pay, Na'Vi? Pangolier cleans up the Ember, and Pasha slivers away, but he needs to
Pasha's
dodge
so
the
dead.
swashbuckle. Can he do so? Unlikely. I don't see it happening. BZZ, he's got a swashbuckle.
Oh,
So
he
he misses! He dodges! Ooh, Chu still gets the kill.
He actually missed. I
Ooh.
can't believe that.
That was the one thing I thought he needed to do, but turns out the right click of Chu is...
Can you imagine if he lived?
Yeah.
That would have been insane. So, trade-wise, that actually goes pretty in favor of Team Unique. It's quite good for them. Good amount of gold, XP.
They kill 2 cores.
Yeah, they kill 2 cores. You limit the amount of potential farm.
And Ricky's been free farming. We haven't seen him get involved yet, but he's now on the move. He's going to find a Rubik here. He's trying to steal some bounty runes. He gets it and immediately goes in on the Rubik. Tricks of the Trade comes out, but he did lose some of his physical damage, as he does not have another Blink Strike for a few seconds. He still wants this kill. Rubik trying to juke in the trees.
Oh, he's dead.
Yep. They get the kill.
Nice
Nice
kill
play.
by Zitrex.
Yep. There we go. A 10-minute Vlad's timing on Pengo. Incredibly fast with the Javelin, going back for that team-oriented item. Man, he's having a good game.
Yes, he hasn't really been touched. And Chu's going to go down again. But BZZ, I don't think you want to get aggressive here, Crystallize.
Yeah. That's got the level 6. Pengo threatening to go in for a Rolling Thunder. Does
I like that.
get a Dark Pack.
He wastes some mana.
Yep.
Which then Ilias is there to instantly refill. But you're putting pressure on this Slark. He's not free farming. Like, even though he didn't participate in that mid-kerfuffle, his net worth is pretty mediocre.
Yeah. And I think that's now become the difference. Now, it feels like we're still in the laning stage in some weird way. Like, even though we're 11
I know
minutes
what
in.
you mean.
But the Ricky's having a free time farming, whereas the Slark is just getting constantly harassed and spammed out of lane.
Yeah, this is
And
going to be a very fast diffusal blade. Oh, Cookie.
nice Cookie in forward. They should have the kill on the Rubik. It's again Sioma going down.
And
Not
BZZ
slaying anyone.
The amount of farm that he has is intense. 11
Yeah.
minutes in, he's got Vlad's Javelin, and he has 500 gold on top of that. Like, we might actually see an upset here. This is a pretty fantastic position for them to begin the game with, and they have a really good aggressive lineup where they have 3 very farmed cores. I could see them win this game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're up 2k gold. They're going to maybe lose their Pengu here, but the Cookie in forward here, he can get the Rolling Thunder off, and he may just want to use this one to escape. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to
He's
find
going to
some
bounce
kills
it back
here.
and try to go
Ooh.
for it. No, he should get out. Don't throw this lead. Not when you're this far ahead, BZZ.
Like the bounce off the ice shard play. Always a classic.
He's sticking
Magical.
around.
Is he running out of remnant charges? He's still got one left. He's going to try to get the hell out of there, but the Snapfire ultimate being stampeded away from.
In fact, it gets stolen.
Yep,
They
Rubik
want
gonna
to kill
get
him for
pulled back
this.
in with the lasso, and yeah, they don't want Sioma getting away with that one.
They really don't want to give that one up, but Stampede's been
Gunning for
used.
more. Remnant charges up in 1. I think they're expecting Magical to be kind of low on charges, but he's going to TP himself out of there, and Bristle going to come on down now as well.
That was pretty good because people did rotate for that. And they used the Stampede too.
Yep. Well, like you say, all 3 unique cores having a great game. The 2 supports, you know, not getting anything, but the cores is kind of what matters most here for unique.
Very, very good start for them. And they're going to go for a smoke play towards top. Ricky, highest net worth in the game by a healthy margin over the rest of Navi's players. This would be a big death by Zitrex if they can actually get him.
Oh,
and
he
his
shows
Courier's going to
himself.
fly in too.
Yep, they know
Yeah.
he's here now.
This would be huge if they could actually get the kill. And they're going to pop us.
Goes in forward. He's got TP rotations coming his way, but he gets chain stunned here with the Coddle ultimate coming out as well. The Tricks of the Trade does manage to get cast here. The Ricky could be okay. He's going to blink out. Nope, he doesn't get. He gets rooted, so he cannot blink away. But the retaliation comes in the form of a BZZ Rolling Thunder with Vanscore showing up as well. The whole shebang. Team Unique looking to punish this one. Magical. He has a remnant, but it's not too far away. The Swashbuckle going to hit him as well. The Cookie stolen by the Rubik to help him push
Nice.
Magical
That might actually get him to
away.
live.
He's got iron charges as well, so he's surviving.
BZZ not going to go for it. That was nice by Magical. He moved the Remnant to the left, and the Pango Rolling Thunder followed that, and instead he just stayed in place and waited until he knew it was going to be pretty much over.
Nice moves from the Na'Vi mid laner, but still a decent trade, but not a decent position to be in as far as this game goes. The 3 cores still top of the net worth on the Team Unique side, but you know, Na'Vi getting good farm on their 3 cores. As Coddle going to get gone on by the Ricky, who actually snipes a Courier, and then he's going to Blink Strike in after the Coddle. Elsewhere, the Lasso going to take out the Rubik, so Unique take out the 2 supports. And we'll have to see themselves unable to catch up to the Ember for now, but with the double damage on Bristle, surely they can pressure this tower. He's level 13, 14 minutes in this game.
He is very beefy. And they don't really have the heroes to pressure him either, aside from that mid dive where he just went under the tier 1 tower in between the tier 2 and everyone just got to lay into him. Should be a lot harder to kill now that he's got a Vanguard. He's got Assange coming in. Nice item choice. Of course, it amps your heal and regen and lifesteal.
Yep. Yeah, you're playing against Sluck, so that Heaven's Halberd going to be one of the fantastic items later on in the game since it cannot be purged off.
Pasha's getting really low.
Ricky, once in, does not have the damage or the slow Diffusal Blade. I believe coming out on the Courier. Elsewhere, Magical doing what he can to contest these bounty runes. But it is going to be Team Unique rotating on in to bully him back to the tier 2 tower. So Unique pulling themselves ahead 5k gold just off of a farm advantage here. And also it feels like the bounty runes, because before the supports were all even on farm, but Team Unique getting the majority of these bounty runes means their supports are actually starting to pull a bit further ahead.
And their supports aren't dying compared to Na'Vi supports. We've seen Sioma the Slayer die a few times now as...
Forward. Oh, Na'Vi ready to fight. This is the first fight we see Crystallize show up to, so Slark ready to get involved. They take out a core in the Pangolier. They want more. They want the Bristle.
It's 5-on-1.
For the Light going to pull him back in with the ultimate. That should pull him a second time. No, he barely manages to get out of this one. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to chase him down here. Now the Snapfire going to drop the kisses in. Crystallize gets back to safety, stills the ultimate, so he's A-okay. But with Slark showing up, Na'Vi only kill a Pango here, but this is the Diffusal timing. That's why they brought him in for this. Has the BKB queued up, and once he has that, he is going to be damn hard to deal with.
That's probably Unique's biggest weakness right now, is the amount of disable that they have is very limited.
Crystallize jumping on in. Very defensively pops the Shadow Dance. He needs to be careful. He's completely lost his ultimate and just gets taken out. Greedy for the regen rune. Has backup with the Ember Spirit rolling on in, but Na'Vi have taken a very poor fight here.
Ember's now dead too.
Yep, he's going to slide a fist back. The Rolling Thunder doesn't hit him, but he still goes down. And what was Slark thinking there?
That was perfect timing by Chu too. Instantly gets him as soon as the ulti ends. No chance for him to be able to purge that off.
Yep.
And yeah, completely agree. Not sure what Crystallize's idea was. I think they were just trying to get a little bit too much out of that.
Yeah.
It's the Spirit Vessel that's baiting them. They think that 19 is easily killable once this is popped onto him, but he still has a lot of HP.
Like you say, Chu played that fight so well, getting the lasso off right when the Shadow Dance ended, and also the Flame Break kind of pushing Slark even further out of position. But yeah, he popped that Shadow Dance very preemptively. Perhaps worried about a lasso or something because maybe his Dark Pact was on cooldown?
Yes, that's exactly why. And he didn't want to get smoke clouded and left with no options. But
you pop your ultimate, you should just run to safety usually.
I think so too. The rest of Na'Vi wasn't really in position for that. And they probably would have died as well. Even though you do have a Spirit Vessel against this Bristleback, remember, he can still... It's not a break.
He's got 2.5k health.
Yeah.
You can stop his healing, but can you actually kill him?
Yeah. People always forget that. It's not like Morphling, where Spirit Vessel is such a good item against Morphling, because he doesn't heal off of his going up into strength. But Bristle, again, like Bristleback, the ability doesn't get disabled. Still very good. Still reduces damage. None of that is stopped.
Roche dying very fast with all the minus armor. And the Vlad's giving them the sustain they need. So it's going to be a free, uncontested Roshan for Team Unique, who lost some of their lead, but now find themselves with Aegis and approaching some of these key items. Bristleback, I believe, going to finish the Heaven's Halberd at the shop. Or maybe going to decide against it. Did have it queued up before, now just sticking on the Sange.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of early Roshans in this tournament already.
Yeah, teams are getting really good about understanding when they can go for it. Typically, it's having either minus armor or a Vlad's.
Look at this. Crystallize is stuck.
Will he have to pop his ultimate?
Popped.
Yep, Stampede to help get him away there. He's holding on to his Shadow Dance. He's going to Dark Pact off the Rolling Thunder stun now. Leaps
Oh,
away.
he's going to die for that.
He just gets chain stun. They have so much to go through the Shadow Dance that he doesn't even end up getting it off. Even
Nice
if he did,
juke.
he probably dies there. Yeah, Slayer uses those trees perfectly. I mean, that is definitely one of those plays I'm sure some people are going to be like, oh, why didn't you ultimate? But it doesn't matter. He still gets stunned there through his Shadow Dance.
Yeah, and he was trying to min-max.
Yes. If he pops it early, he definitely dies. So he's trying to, yeah, I guess pop it at the last possible second.
But Unique have a lot of follow-up for him after that Stampede ends. And BZZ has had a phenomenal game.
Yes.
Tons of farm. He's got a mech, about to pick up Greaves for himself. And once he gets those Greaves, most of the disabled, they don't really have burst damage. Fanscore does die for this, though.
Yeah. Ember gets out of the smoke cloud, then immediately remnants away. This smoke cloud proven to be very annoying against some of these Na'Vi heroes. Back at mid, Magical has that Spirit Vessel completed, and we'll see what he can get done with it. But as for Na'Vi, they're looking for kills. Zitrex at bottom has been dusted up. Pasha doesn't get the hoof stomp off because a nice Diffusal Blade being used defensively, and another Blink Stomp forward, but the dust wore off. They've got a Sentry now instead. Zitrex gets the tricks of the trade. He might get out of this one. One more right click, they drop a second Sentry. Double Sentry and a dust. Definitely worth it, I'd say, but they need to get out. As Centaur could be in some trouble here. The Rolling Thunder on through. Pasha going to get found out. No chance to blink out and should be coming back for a second round. The Cookie as well as the Rolling Thunder. Swashbuckle now as well. And down goes Pasha. Did take out the Ricky though, so I think Na'Vi still going to be okay with that one. Will.
Yeah, 100% worth. They're not growing their net worthly on the side of Team Unique. All three of their cores are still doing very well, but they're not really growing that lead any further. And Pasha is catching up.
The timing of that was also Na'Vi got all 4 bounty runes, which is
wow.
pretty big gold swing.
Yeah, that makes it from around 5k what it once was after the kill, about 2.
Yeah. And I think, however, both outposts went the way of Team Unique. So, at least experience-wise,
I think you'd rather have the gold right now.
If you're in Na'Vi shoes?
Yeah.
I can see that. I mean, they're close to some key items like this BKB on Slark, and they're not too level starved.
I think I'd rather have 4 bounty runes than 2 outposts. Because really, the second outpost just denies the XP. It's not like you get more.
Guardian Greaves now up on Pango. I mean, every time a Pango item comes, he's just beating all the average timings on it. He's had such a fantastic time. That Guardian Greaves is going to allow him to purge off things like the Searing Chain, so he can immediately use his mobility spells in the mid lane. Uh-oh, Centaur. Smoke Cloud's going to stop him using a Stampede or any spells, and Unique, jump in, get a quick kill, and that Centaur just respawned as well.
I think they might want to go high ground with this, or at least consider it. Because I think the longer this game goes, their lack of disable is kind of going to be a little bit annoying. Like, once BKB start coming out, a lot of their damage gets mitigated.
Do you think Slark kind of carries this game if it goes late game, or?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think Ember especially carries this game if it goes late. Like, if he gets one defensive item, he's not going to die this game. Once he gets this BKB, he'll be really alright. He needs a damage item, though, and I don't even know what damage item you really want in a game like this. Maybe like a Radiance? I'm not sure.
And we saw it at
Deatho?
I remember at the end of the draft on the SAP little graphs about what they had. There was very little crowd control on the Team Unique side. I mean, stuns, they have Rolling Thunder, Batrider Lasso, Cookie. These are not like your everyday reliable stuns, other than maybe Batrider Lasso, but that's a long cooldown. Perhaps the more annoying one is going to be this Smoke Cloud, but Ember can, of course, itemize into things like BKB against it. Force Staff queued up for the Centaur. That is, of course, one of those items against Ricky that's always so powerful. As he blinks in, looks for the kill on the Batrider. There is the follow-up damage from the rest of the team. Is there any potential plays for Team Unique? Doesn't look like. If anything, they're now on the run. Magical once in, going in for more, gets a nice Searing Chains onto 2. This gets gone on by the Ricky.
Nice
Buyback coming in from the Batrider. Yeah, the Coddle ultimate helping Magical get the hell out of there as Slark is going to clean up the Pangolier. This Slark
it's still going.
Yeah, this Slark's getting a lot of stats here, but he gets lassoed now without the Dark Pact. He can't get out of this one. Can't Shadow Dance just yet. He will have it soon, but he doesn't get a chance to get it off. Nice play by Team Unique with the Ricky Cloud, silencing him up. This Slark is up. You know, they don't have many stuns, but the ones they have are pretty damn annoying.
That was the buyback, though. That was used by the Batrider for that. So you see Pasha just gets in on Chu. Way too far forward. from the rest of his team, and he dies so quickly. And that was the Greaves used by BZZ early to try to save him.
Oh, okay. And that made his... Then he gets Searing Chains here.
Yeah, and he has no... if he has his Greaves up there, he actually lives. No problem.
Yep. Yeah, he gets pulled back in by the Coddle, and definitely a rough one. You can see that Ricky was just standing patiently on the side, knowing that he couldn't really go in until later. But once that lasso is there, the smoke cloud follows it up to take out the Slark.
That was BKB used too by Slark.
Gotcha. So that... Once that BKB wears off, and that's going to be getting down shorter and shorter. You really want to be winning these fights convincingly with BKB, if anything.
Yeah, that's pretty gutting. And Magical's now going to die, and they're looking for more here.
Yep. They're going in for more. Slayer. He's on the run. Rubik needs to get back to the high ground. Centaur looking for a stun. Isn't going to find it. And the Rolling Thunder is just bouncing around. Yeah, this Centaur is pretty damn tanky, but they're still going for it.
He's found an angle.
Yeah, the Ricky coming on in, doing some good damage here. And Pasha will maybe end up going down. Crystallize shows up now, though, with the BKB Slark, but he's going to have to just run the hell out of this one. He doesn't have the damage or the stacks to fight. And that means BKB now down to 8 seconds and on cooldown. And you can see here, Team Unique, yeah.
Look at this.
This says a lot. He's
19.
dropping items, too. I like it.
All right, this guy is 19. I'm a fan. He's going for it right now. He's feeling himself.
Yep.
He's at 3-to-1 odds for what?
He's like, Na'Vi, never heard of them. I was a little, like, you know, a little kid when you guys were good.
Yeah, he was like 12 when they were in their heyday.
Yeah. It's like, I didn't watch you guys. Never heard of Na'Vi. As we'll see a nice Coddle coming in, trying to disengage this fight, but Na'Vi are fighting without numbers. It's a 3v5. The Sleight of Fist is going to take out the Pangolier, but the fight should be going Team Unique's way with the BKB.
Slark has nothing for this.
Yep, he's got no way out of the cloud. He needs the teammates.
No buyout.
Oh, to help him. Respawn from center is going to TP in, but okay, they're going to actually get the hell out of there. The tricks of the trade to escape. Pasha, he's going in aggressively with the Ember to back him up, but Ricky going to turn and fight. May not have a BKB. Has a Lotus Orb, however.
Look at how strong 19 is.
Yep, being used defensively to get the hell out of there. They will take out Chu. This Bristle on the front lines is just, yeah, he's full health still. They're ignoring him, but you can't really entirely ignore him. He's doing some good damage here, building up all those stacks and trying to kite him as well. Ricky needs to be careful how he fights this, but yeah, you can see Bristle just free fight every time. Bristle has no counter right now.
He needs more damage items, though. Like he's not at the point where they can't ignore him. Right now, they're doing a pretty good job of kiting around him. Bristle usually ends games when you simply just can't ignore him anymore. He deals too much damage in the fight.
He's got a Basher queued up, so that's going to give him some lockdown and additional damage to play around. And he gets more quill stack damage, so you ignore him, he starts spamming those quills, it's going to hurt. I like that he doesn't go for the health regen. He's just never been really close to dying. He's being ignored, so no reason to get at this game.
No, even with the Spirit Vessel ticking on him.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel like it tickles him. On top of that, he now has the Lotus Orb to get rid of it for himself. He has 2 ways now to, he has 2 things to dispel that he really needs to, which is the Spirit Vessel and the Chains. And normally, Magical's throwing that out at the same time, so he's getting a lot of value out of that Lotus Orb.
Yeah. And we saw in the last fight, if he's being ignored, he can happily put the Lotus Orb on a teammate as well.
Yes.
And you still get value from the item when they ignore you. Smoke up from Team Unique. We'll see where they look to head here. They could be running right into this Centaur, who does not have a Stampede. Blink Lasso is there, and yeah, Ember's just going to leave him to die, but Ember's going to get chased down. BZZ wants this kill. Double Remnant just to get him the hell out of there.
BZZ has been really aggressive in this game.
Do you like how when he makes plays like that?
Yeah, 100%. I think the way that his aggression has been in this game has been very good. Like, he sets up for his team. They all run in behind him, which I like. Like, you're feeling his presence in the game, I feel, throughout.
Yeah.
He's making his net worth it.
He's got a Blink Dagger now, so has that Rolling Thunder Blink threat now as well. And the front lines, Ricky getting fairly low here.
Nice Lotus Orb for him.
Yeah. Trying to hold on to his BKB. He still has it if he needs to. Going to pop it defensively, then probably look to turn and fight. Crystallize, BKB, Shadow Dance. He's going to get the hell out of there as Bristle has that Radiance queued up now. You wanted more damage, and that's exactly what 19's looking to do.
Yeah, that was kind of the DPS item I expected him to get, actually, instead of the Basher. I felt like he was going to realize at some point that it wasn't really him that was dying. It was the rest of his team. And Radiance is the best bang for your buck for items where you're really tanky and you just consistently burn people to death.
Yep.
Plus, the passive is really nice against Slark, I would say.
Yeah, when that BKB wears off, that miss chance is definitely pesky. Just feels nice because if you are being kited a bit by things like telekinesis, searing chains, you can still do damage because of the burn.
And a smoke from
I
Na'Vi.
think they're expecting a Roshan perhaps, but it's not a Roshan. They're waiting on the high ground here, playing around their ward here. The Batrider getting very low to start this fight. Oh no, Pango!
Oh, the Pango!
He's stuck on the
infinite ball.
cliff! Oh, the worst possible scenario. BCZ does end up blinking on down, but he lost so much of his ultimate, stolen by the Rubik, but Slayer not doing a whole lot with it. But luckily the Ember has helped clean up, taking out the two supports. But Team Unique still feeling strong. Even in 3v5, they're looking to take this fight with the cores, and they do manage to bring down the Centaur. So they lost their supports, but they're still very hard to fight into. Crystallize has to be careful how he approaches this one. Na'Vi have the high ground ward now. They get a nice searing chains into a slug pounce, and yeah, they're going to bring down BZZ.
And now it's a 2-on-4. They've got to be careful here.
Yeah, Na'Vi, can they turn and fight this one? Slayer has no escape for himself. The Ricky with the BKB needs to get out. What's the BKB wearing off? The Bristle now. Can they bring down the Bristle boss? Magical gets
Smoke
caught
cloud?
in the cloud. Yep, he's silenced up. He gets out now.
Really
He has a
low.
remnant, but he's too damn slow. He really doesn't remnant all that too far here, and he does get blinked on and taken out. Zitrax gets himself a double kill.
And Crystallize missed the cliff, but they don't know that. So they'll disengage. And that was a 2v4 fight that they popped the BKB on the Ricky. Huge turnaround for them.
And now they can fall back, maybe go for Roche. He did end up buying the Basher, though.
I'm okay with it. I still think I would have really liked... Because I think if you go the Basher, I never really like the casual Basher. I really like to see it straight into the Abyssal.
Yeah.
That's when I think you get the most value out of that item. Unless you're like Troll, who just, you know, hits so many different times.
It feels like, yeah, normally you want that Basher as a BKB piercing stun, and then if you're getting it for that reason, you want the Abyssal as soon as possible.
Precisely. But I think he probably just wanted like a bridge item before going for the Radiance.
He's like, I got 4k gold, don't have enough for the Radiance, what can I get?
And in fact, he's actually going to skip that entirely and go for the AC now. So he's now swerving between a lot of items.
And I don't mind the idea of him becoming like the building hitter, because they're ignoring him, so just right-click the racks a bit, just they ignore you, eventually you'll take that racks, and that's where an item like AC does make sense.
Plus, I think they gave the Aegis to the right target this time. In the previous
Ricky,
in the previous Roshan, they gave it to the Bristle, but I think 19 is kind of unkillable, honestly. And if they do kill him, they've most likely lost the fight anyways.
Yep. Well, we'll see Unique make a beeline towards the top lane. They've drawn lines. They know exactly where Na'Vi are, and they're going to jump on him with the Ricky Cloud. Slug manages to get out with the help of some 4-staffs. Bristle charging in forward, and yeah, he's not got the Aegis, but he's playing as if he does have one. The Arcane Rune allowing him to spam those quills for days.
They found Ilias.
Yep, no cuddle for this defense.
Look at this dive. This man does not care.
With the Arcane Rune, he's just doing so much damage. He gets the bash as well. Yeah, he's just 1v3.
Spell Lifesteal, baby.
He's 19, Will. That's what you said, and he's playing like it. Young, fearless. He is pushing Na'Vi, corralling them back to the fountain.
There wasn't even a tower for him to take at that point. He was just doing it to push them into the fountain.
Yep. And he got them all down to half health. He's building up the damage, the quill stacks. The Arcane Rune will be wearing off soon, but Arcane Rune on Bristle, definitely one of the better heroes in the game to have it on, particularly at this stage.
Buyback from Ilias. And Na'Vi have to make some sort of play soon. They're going to lose this tower and most likely racks.
Bristle's just too far ahead. Look at his net worth. He's 7k ahead of the Slark almost. He's having a grand old time.
Just beating on this tower. Crystallize is coming. He's got a DD rune.
Oh,
this could be their one opportunity. Yep. They have to fight around this DD rune. I dare say if they don't do it, you probably lost anyways. He wants to try to find a backline if he can. He's got a Shadow Blade, but the DD is going to wear out in about 20 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Unique scouted, but they're playing as if they did, but their defensive posturing.
And that might buy them a little bit of time, but they're just going to march back in here. Crystallize still on the hunt, but it's just this Bristle he sees.
Immediately gets the disarm off, and they'll force Slark back. Slark's just looking to build up those Essence Shift stacks on the Bristle here. Not really expecting to kill him, but doing whatever you can to limit that is, of course, the best
nice
way.
Force Staff.
Ooh, into the hoof stomp. That's a perfect bit of play here. He does have the Aegis here, but you've got to break it to try and kill him a second time here. The Lasso going to come out. Baron just walks in and finds it with the Rolling Thunder to back it up. Blinks in forward. Going to bounce around onto this Slark, keeping him at bay, allowing the Bristle just to right-click down this melee racks. And Team Unique are just playing this push so safe and cautiously, but doing so in a way that's trying to secure them this game, but the charge in, they're going to go in with the blink hook, stop the Coddle, ultimate to fold up, but nice use of the Snapfire to just instantly take out the Coddle with Will-O-Wisp, as Pengoli are going to buy back for this fight, but they've lost the Riki Aegis.
They're all buying back for this.
They want to kill the Riki a second time. They instantly get the hook stomp. Pasha's been so good on this center with these initiations. He's constantly finding these key targets here. The Emperor, though, getting backed up too, though. He needs another Slide of Fist. He gets out of there. The Coddle on the side getting chased down as well, as it doesn't look like he's got a good escape here. The Riki going to blink in, finish him off, and Na'Vi just not finding those key kills. They lose Centaur, and he does not have buyback. He already used it.
This might be a death.
This is not looking good for Na'Vi. They did get the kill on the Riki here, but Team Unique have numbers, and they've also got this unkillable Bristleback.
But they might just kill everybody else. And that was a dieback from BZZ.
If Crystallize can find a way in and build up some more charges, he's at 17 already. They want to keep fighting. That's the beauty of these long, drawn-out fights, is that Slark can build up charges and just keep on getting stronger and stronger. Is there hope for Na'Vi, Will?
I still think there is. Genuinely. I think that they still can win this game.
Yep.
They're picking up some nice neutral items. The Orb, also very good for the Ember Spirit. You can see that Unique are struggling to kill this Ember and this Slark now.
Yeah, despite the net worth advantage. There was like 11 or 12k, now down to just 8k. And this bounty runes will be picked up 2 apiece. Crystallize almost has that silver edge, and suddenly you're looking at possible answers for the Bristleback. You can actually initiate on him and try and bring him down to start the fight.
There's a gem now on Magical. He has a way to deal with this Riki, and this Riki is not very tanky. For all of his net worth, he does not fight nearly as well as Crystallize. He's really good at blowing up 1 or 2 of these supports, but he needs an Abyssal Blade himself if he's going to be able to fight.
Yeah, they're going to start running into lockdown issues, something that we kind of touched upon. They do not have the best crowd control on this Team Unique side, and they're trying to make up for the items. Ember, with the Accept, just goes charging and finds one of the supports here, wants this Spitfire, Statfire, as the last are going to come out, looking to take out the Coddle here, but they've already lost one support. BZZ still dead for another couple of seconds. He's not at this fight, and as a result, Team Unique are just losing heroes left, right, and center. Luckily, Zitrak's there to clean up a support of his own. And it does look like the Bristleback is able to just go charging in, take what fights he wants as Slark. Is he going to look to turn and take this fight? The Bristleback could be the target.
Silver Edge. This would be really nice, and instead they're actually going to make the jump on the left.
Oh, BZZ gets the blink out, but he's still being chased here. They're going to get him with the Searing Chains, and Crystallize should be able to catch up soon. They need another Searing Chains, perhaps the leap in, but there's a smoke cloud, and Slark does not want to fight in that one. Not without BKB.
Nice
Stolen Cookie gets the 2-man stun here. The follow-up is there. And can they get these kills?
BZZ needs to get his
he gets
ulti
the high
off.
ground. He gets the ultimate off. He's rolling around. He needs to find some targets for it, or they just want to get the hell out of this one. Riki can't latch onto the center. They blink to the high ground. The Stolen Rolling Thunder. Rubik now bouncing himself. Doesn't have the greatest movement speed, but he's still
There's a gem on the
controlling
ground.
some of these heroes. The gem being dropped as Ember goes down here. The Rubik trying to get the hell out of here. I don't know if Slayer has the escape. He does with the force after the low ground. The blink out. There's no bash. There's no way to stop his TP. Na'Vi somehow take an okay fight.
They did reclaim the gem, though, so I think gold lead does go to Unique.
Yes, with the gem being traded.
Yeah, and they lost Magical for this. But I believe he does have buyback. He's quite tanky himself. Indeed. He's built up a fat amount of gold. AC completed by the Bristle. So we're going to see here again. Hey, Magical, he used so many charges to try to kill BZZ. That was like their all-in. Maybe if we kill BZZ here, we can 2v5. This Riki is not that tanky.
Yeah, both these teams just using these support items so well. You can see those 4-stops and things just kiting these BKBs as much as possible. Melirex was never actually claimed down here as Bristle's coming back trying to finish it off, and Na'Vi not having any of that for now. They don't want to buy back this Ember, but they're going to be careful. Force off way. Crystallize barely survives. He's healing back up in the Silver Edge. He may look to re-engage.
And now there's no ulti, and 19's getting really low on mana. He's got to be careful about this. So he swaps in his bottle. BZZ with the nice blink out, and the glyph is popped. So close to this Ember to be...
Two-man hoof stomp into a cuddle, into a rolling thunder. They've got the perfect combo. He's rolling back and forth. Slayer
Ricky's not
catching
getting
him in the
anything
bottleneck. He can't use spells. Ricky just dies Snapfire as well. Oh, what an initiation. Pasha starts it off.
They're going to catch up to
the
this
cuddle.
Bristle.
They're charging forward. They've got the Aghanims on the Ember. He can just fly around the map. They have caught up to the Bristle. Slark just building up the stacks too. This is so bad for Team Unique. If Slark just keeps on getting the Essence, they're going to just push on through the middle lane. Crystallize with a triple kill. Oh, down the mid we go. 28 Essence, 84 stolen agility.
He takes that tower so quickly. They do have Glyph, but there's no buyout on this Bristleback.
They're checking Roshan with the courier as well. I think they know they can maybe go high ground, or they can take Roshan. This is Rosh number 3, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and for a team that has so many damage issues on the side of Unique, because they can't lock anybody down. That is one thing that both cores come with on the side of Na'Vi. They have lockdown. You have the Slark Pounce. You have the Ember Spirit's Jump. I wonder who they give the Ags to. The double Pounce this game is really value, actually.
It feels, yeah, always nice to put on your cores. Ember already has one, so it looks like Centaur might be. He's got the empty slot, so we could
Pasha's
see...
probably gonna grab it.
Yeah.
The damage reduction Stampede is really nice, too.
So here we go. It will be Centaur with the Aghanim Scepter, Aegis on Crystallize, of course. And
now that net worth lead has swung.
Is this,
finally.
What's he got coming out? Is this a Daedalus with the Demon Edge?
MKB, because of
MKB?
the mischance.
Makes sense. So he is becoming a real kill threat in these fights.
Can we see the gold, by the way? I want to see if there's... So since the beginning of the game, there's been no point where Na'Vi have been ahead till now.
Yep.
This is the first time they've seen a lead. That fourth quarter, baby. Game's not over.
40 minutes. We're in late game.
Talked about fast games. This is not one of those.
Na'Vi, a team known for giving their fans some heartaches and having these crazy, long, chaotic games. Something you perhaps know a thing or two about as the coach of Team Liquid, another team that makes their fans stress out a bit.
Let's go Fusion Rune. We got that shit removed. That was on us. If you never got to play with that, Ice Rock saw our game against Na'Vi, and he's like, yeah, I'm getting rid of that. That's not a thing.
So here we go. Tier 4 items now going to start coming out, starting with an Illusionist Cape. Not amazing on Team Unique, but definitely decent. Ricky might want to play with it, since it does give good strength and agi as well. And that ability to kind of split push some of those lanes. A lot of level 25 talents coming into play now as well. Here is like Ember, Ricky, Bristle, all these cores hitting 25. So Bristle really trying to become a right-clicking carry with that Warpath damage. Ember, of course, getting those remnants with the Aghanim Scepter, and Ricky, Slark, sorry, he's getting the Essence Shift duration. No surprises there.
This is going to be a hard game now for Unique to win. One set of racks means nothing in a game like this. Even if they had 2 sets, I don't think it changes too much.
Yeah. Leveler picked up by Unique. That could be a scary one if they do manage to find themselves pushing high ground again.
I don't know who they give that to, though.
Maybe Bristle, he's got the Minotaur. Or that
20 strength is a lot.
Yeah.
I just, and the BKB is going to be pretty nice. Like the mini BKB, just as he uses it like a second dispel. But I think...
They're keeping Leveler on the Slark on the Radiant side, so attack speed on Slark always amazing.
I really like the Mindbreaker on him, though. That was quite nice. Mindbreaker plus Silver Edge jump.
Yeah.
That felt really strong. And Na'Vi might be in a position now where they're one fight away from winning.
He realized there's a ward there. Loses the Shadow Dance.
He's got 10 per match. You just run up. Yep. Don't be a punk.
Definitely one of the late game edges of a hero like Slark, of course, is the vision. You always know you can find those enemy wards and instantly know when they see you as well.
Yeah, now they're going to just pop the smoke, break it, say, well, they're not going to find anything, so they might as well de-ward during this time.
Still a cheese on the Team Unique side as Ricky holding on to that one.
He did not have an opportunity to get it off in the last engagement. He died so fast. And he's got a flicker in his inventory too, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting. We'll see if he swaps that in and out at all. Not normally a hero you'd expect to see a flicker on. I feel like that's more like a support / offlaner item.
If you think about it, it's kind of cool though. Like he just uses it and then blinks back in after. If whenever he feels like he's in danger. But I think the Illusionist Cape, it's good stats. It's like 14 agi, like 15 strength. It's like some really random number. Oh, it's 14.
It's one of those items that even if it's not the item you want in a team fight, it's good to have it in your backpack to just put it in your backpack and push out a lane with your illusion or something.
The
or
Rubik
scout with
actually
it.
has the Minotaur horn on the side of Na'Vi.
I mean, it's like, who's theoretically else going to take it? The Centaur could, but Havoc Hammer, I feel like this is often talked about as one of those kind of bad tier 4 items, but...
It is. There's no but.
Okay.
You don't have to add that addendum.
18 strength, 30 damage. I mean, the stats sound amazing.
I think Minotaur horn gives you more strength.
It's only 20, right? Yeah, it gives you more strength. So yeah, 20 is more than 18, you're right.
And it gives you a mini BKB dispel.
Yep.
I would have to imagine I would prefer to have that over...
To be fair, this game, there's not much to dispel. Goo stacks, napalm stacks, I guess. But yes.
BKB's never bad, dude.
It's definitely not bad.
It's never bad.
I'm on board with that.
You know what's bad? Havoc Hammer.
I mean, maybe they're expecting Rubik to have a huge impact on these fights. We saw him with the Rolling Thunders and things. They want to protect the Rubik. He's the real carry.
Smoke Cloud's annoying for
every Rubik stream.
I think that only the supports can get jumped at this point.
I mean, against the Smoke Cloud, the Minotaur Horn is actually, pretty damn good. He jumps in with smoke, you pop it, and you can actually lift him, for example. Assuming
he's in there.
Yep. Goes in with the Abyssal Blade onto the Slark. Slark needs to be a little bit careful. Is playing around the Aegis. The lasso, he's trying to pull him onto the cliff. Unsuccessfully does so. Now they've got the axe, so they can actually path their way through this one. They're killing off the bat on the high ground. Then they're back down. Slark pounces back down. They've killed off 2 on the dire side already. Slark going to use the Shadow Dance. He gets fairly low. Trying to get out of this one. Going to Dark Pact off the Rolling Thunderstun. And now they're going in on BZZ. Nice pounce. Going to catch up to him as well. They almost find BZZ. They get him with the Blink Hope Stomp, and they will finish him off. Slark getting out back, doesn't want to waste his Aegis here.
They're going to chase with this. It's 5-on-2.
Yep, they want to keep those Essence charges, so Slark makes sure he stays alive. I like that he doesn't waste the Aegis. They win the 5v2 fight while holding onto the Aegis, keeping the Essence shift charges, and Slark's got 25 of them.
I think this game might be over.
Yep.
I think it's way too hard for them.
He's found him.
So he knows.
Yep, he hit the pounce, but the sentry's on the high ground. He's going to walk into it. They saw him for a second there with the Observer Ward, but I think, like you say, they want to go end the game. Go down mid. Don't waste time chasing ghosts.
There have been some really bad items in this game. Not a Magic Lamp, but like Flicker and Minotaur Horn. Like that's unlucky.
Havoc Hammer.
Oh no, that's what I meant. Not Minotaur Horn. Havoc Hammer. Oof.
Yo, Centra's all about that Havoc Hammer.
DD Slark with stacks. Let's go. He still has a lot. Look at that.
Yep.
Tower's just dead.
With
Holy
the
cow.
leveler, these buildings going to melt. They could go for the tier 4 towers and throne even, potentially. DD is going to be wearing off. But, man, these buildings just melt. And they're going to play it safe. They can go for multiple lanes of racks here with all the tier 2 towers having been claimed. So
his stacks are still there.
Yep. He's got that level 25 talent. So, of course, those stacks lasting an extra 80 seconds and crystallize. That's why I feel like a lot of players there would have just committed knowing that they had Aegis and maybe lost the Aegis, but you lose your Essence Shift charges, that stack, so make sure he holds on to them.
And they're going to re-engage just a little bit. Na'Vi is being tactical here, methodical.
Aegis expiring, oh, it did expire, so he's got a Satanic now.
I feel like he's going to be impossible to kill. He's going to get hits off under the cloud, even if he doesn't have BKB, just because he has the MKB. I really like his item choices in this game.
And Satanic, the status resents playing against like a Bat Rider, so if you do get lassoed, higher chance you're going to survive your way through it. We'll see a Solar Crest. So more items to buff up the Slark, give him that nice juicy attack speed. And Unique really limited in what they can do now. They had such a strong early to mid game, but just couldn't cinch this game. And it's feeling really difficult for them. Telekinesis going to follow up with a Slark initiation. They've got the break now, but this Bristle's still pretty tanky. Has the Halberd as well, which is going to throw aggressively onto the Slark. With the Abyssal Blade, they want to kill off Slark here. Slark could be in some trouble. He still has the BKB, and with the Satanic, he's going to heal back to full. He turns it with the help of the Ember, who's locking everybody down in place. They kill off the supports to start things off here. Can they deal with the cores now? They've got another Blink Hoof Stomp. They're going to kill off
He's got way too many stacks. They got to run.
He's just building them all up. You cannot take this fight. If you're Team Unique, you've got to find your way back into the base, and the Slark is continuing to charge charge forward with the Ember controlling them all. The Searing Chains keeping everyone in place. The BKB being used very well timed from the Ember here. The Slark going to Dark Pact off some stuns here. He's still charging in forward here, but the Rolling Thunder stolen by the Rubik. It's controlling the fight. Na'Vi
This is a very good Rolling Thunder.
Fantastic steal here. They've lost center, and Slark actually ends up going down here. The Ember now in some trouble with the Blink Abyssal. The Bashes,
Oh my
they stun him
God.
up, they kill him off, and Slark, he doesn't have buyback, Will. He all-in on the Satanic.
That was the best Rolling Thunder I've seen in this game.
BZZ's or the Rubik, they were both amazing.
Yeah, but BZZ's was just
Yeah.
a little bit better.
Yep.
And it pays off. And if they march down right now, you're right. Slark actually bought the Satanic for that. I said I don't think there's a way for Unique to win, and I guess him not saving for buyback is that way.
Ember knows they're going to have to use at least one buyback, so he's trying to scare them off and basically say, oh, our Slark also has buyback, so if you push, you know.
Oh, yeah, he's got it. Just take our word for it.
Yeah. they're bluffing right
Who
now.
Who doesn't have buyback at this point?
Exactly. Ember using his buyback there is like, come on, guys. If you push, we're going to buy back and kill you.
You're going to lose the game. And Unique's not, they're not taking that bluff.
Come on, Unique. Guys, we're going to buy back.
Any second now.
Don't do it. Don't do it, guys.
Just chill. Everything's fine.
Don't you want this game to go 60 minutes? Tier 5 items?
Tier 5 items
Anybody?
for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
look at this.
Slayer,
he's trying.
But at this point, you know Slark doesn't have
100%.
buyback. If he's not buying back here, Centaur is not buying back, you're feeling it.
This is going to be megas.
Yep.
I'm so used to seeing cores have buyout at this phase of the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's not megas. They get antsy with the Centaur respawning. And the Slark almost back alive. Oh, nope, it's a fake back. They go in. They want this Ember kill. Can they burst him down in time? He has a cheese, which he's going to pop. BKB being used as well, so he should be able to remnant out. Magical holds his ground for now.
And now everybody is alive. They didn't get mega creeped.
And can they find some kills here? They root
This
up
Bristle
the
doesn't have buyout.
Slark ignoring him. Even with the break, he doesn't want to go on the Bristle. He does end up turning because he can't find a better target. He just wants Essence charges at this point, it feels like. He's just building them up on the Bristle. Meanwhile, on the backlines, Ghost Scepter on the Rubik, keeping him alive. He's being jumped. The Rubik tries to force up to the low ground, can't do so. He's being bounced around like a ping pong ball. And Slayer going to get found by the Snapfire on the sides here. He needs help. He can't get it. The Rubik dead without buyback, but the Slark, he's the one wreaking havoc. Takes out the Ricky to start this fight off. Slark building up those charges. Flicker on the Snapfire. Doesn't get him back to safety. He's still going to go down to one more
Nice
right
lucky
click.
shot.
He cookies away. He's still alive for now. The Snapfire, he survives in the end. The Slark could be in some trouble.
He doesn't
Tries
get
to pounce
over.
Away. He has Shadow Dance. He has Satanic as well. He needs
doesn't
to start
have
attacking.
he
But the
doesn't have
Rolling
BKB.
Thunder, it's chain
Oh
stunning
my
him.
God, this bounce.
Perfect chain stun again. BZZ, the hero of this game. And still, he does not have money
Dude,
for
they
buyback.
just call it BZZ's nuts. BZZ's nuts.
GG is called BZZ, the hero of this game.
Oh my God. I can't believe they lost this game.
BZZ Penga. Respect it.
If you have buyback there, the Bristol